Konasatatu, it's Anandom Super Boys. How are we all doing? Are we ready for round number 10 and the final race of this half of the season? And I'm really looking forward to it, folks. I cannot wait to see you all battle it out for the grid positions. Now let's see who's going to be the first. Who's going to win today? 6 likes on the stream, boys. Thank you ever so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you all. Ashpill is the first into the stream with Rob Goblin. We also have Lucy Woo. Sorry, boys. I'm still in the middle of setting up. I was desperately trying, but qualifying has opened. And you are now ready to fire away, start getting some laps in. We have Jaggy Marathon. Jaggy Marathon, you please tell me you got the right bloody livery. It's a regulation, dude. You have to have the right livery. Massim has managed to join. Who is the first person out on track? Let's find out. Rob Goblin along with Lucy Woo. Lucy Woo is in the pit lane. Rob Goblin is out on track. The first car out on track at the moment. You have the right livery? Okay, perfect, dude. Rob Goblin gone a little bit wide, but he's only on an out lap. Lucy Woo is out on track. Eight people in the stream, boys. How y'all doing? Are you getting ready? We're watching qualifying as it starts. Rob Goblin first out on track will be the car to set the first lap of the session. Jaggy Marathon now. Jaggy Marathon is out in the Sarouche. Lucy Woo also out on track in the Bex Bull. Rob Goblin has started his fast lap. Hello, Commie Justin. How are you doing, bro? Unfortunately, Commie Justin, I was not able to find you a reserve driver. I wasn't able to find anybody a reserve driver. I have a load of reserve drivers. I have about 10 reserve drivers and none of them responded today. Rob Goblin, first person out on track to set a lap. Goes 27 in sector 1. Hello, Commie Justin from the Netherlands. I'd say you're going mental there watching Max Verstappen finish on pole in the sprint race. Rob Goblin will be, I'm not sure what he'll be, to sector 1 or sector 2, should I say. He's a 101 in sector 2. 7 people in the stream, boys. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put on my bloody camera. There we go, there's my face. Rob Goblin, has he gone wide? A little bit wide, but he'll get away with it by the looks of it. Super Pow has joined in. Mick did really well. Mick did really, really well. Rob Goblin will set a 1:37, which is the current fastest lap, but Lucy Woo is set personal best so far. Super Pow is in the session. Still no sign of Icon. Whatever has happened to Icon. Lucy Woo is gone 1.4 seconds fastest overall. Lucy Woo gonna carry the race for you. Lucy Wu looking very quick already. And Lucy Wu will cross the line with a 1:35. Oh, he goes 1:34.7. Jaggy Marathon will be the next to cross the line. How fast is Jaggy going is the question. Jaggy Marathon goes second by 4/100ths of a second. Ashpool now will be the next to cross the line. And how will he fare out? He looks a little bit faster, it'll have to be said. How will he go? Ashpool will cross the line with 1:36.2 and does go faster than Jaggy Marathon and his teammate Rob Goblin. Super Pow yet to set a lap time, and Massam is now starting his fast lap. He's push lap. There goes the spider of Massam. Rob Goblin now starting to push a little bit harder. How will he fare out? Is he going any bit quicker is the question. Jaggy Marathon's on a personal best. Jaggy looks like he has improved. But by how much? And he does improve. He goes a 1:36.6. Rob Goblin dives into the pits with Massam now coming around that final chicane, the hairpin chicane. How will Massam fare out as he crosses the line? Anybody else go any bit faster? Super Pow also is now going to be trying to push to try and get back up and catch back up with those positions. How is Super Pow? Looks quick. About a 1:34 though. Is it? It's 1:35.3 and he does go second fastest. But he's 6/10 off of Lucy Wu. Ashpool goes third. I'm updating. Please don't start without me. You've got like 15 minutes, dude. You've got like 15-20 minutes. 10 people here were watching with Massam. Gets a little bit up under the grass. Nearly loses it. Rob Goblin running down in 5th at the moment on an outlap. Ashpool running in the podium places at the moment. Lucy Wu will be pulling a nice toe. Lucy Wu is on an outlap. Lynn Marlena, how are you doing? Welcome to the Super 25 Night Ride channel. We're watching Ashpool as he battles with Lucy Wu to try and get a podium place. Oh, he's off! He managed to hold the slide. No, he's into the barriers. He just got up onto the grass and just couldn't control as the rear end came out of the car. Rob Goblin now. His teammate will be crossing the line, starting a fast one. Ashpool will be able to provide a small toll, but not too much. Ashpool dives into the pits. 12 people here, boys. How are we all doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't run it, boys, please do hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. 12 people here. We're watching Rob Goblin as he tries to improve to try and catch Jaggy Marathon, who is on an outlap right now. Lucy Wu on a fast one along with Super Pow, who has gone fastest overall by 9/100ths of a second. And Super Pow's gone sideways. Who is he to collide with? I think he collided with Massam. Massam has gotten engine failure. Is Rob Goblin improving? Rob Goblin goes 4th fastest at the moment. How will Rob Goblin be crossing the line though? He does go faster, and he reduces that to 3/100th of a second to Jaggy Marathon. It's 25 lap race, Jaggy, or Super Power. It's a 25 lap race. Jackie Marathon now pushing. Jackie really pushing these 2/10 up on Asheville. 2/10 up in his personal best so far. Is he going to continue to improve on that time? He looks like he might. He gets a nice exit. Oh, he's up onto the grass. Still have lost time for that one. Yes, he did. He lost time. Asheville, though, putting in a nice little shift. Lucy Wu desperately trying to catch back up with that 9/100th of a second. That was violent. Rob Goblin up into 5th now as he's in the pit lane and he's coming out. He's porpoising. Not sure what's going on there. Rob Goblin is porpoising though. That was funny to watch. Jaggy Marathon now 3/100ths of a second up on Rob Goblin. Asheville is on a personal best right now. Does not improve. However, how is Jaggy Marathon getting on? Jaggy looks to be quick. Oh, he dives into the pits. Rob Goblin on an outlap. Massam looking to push hard. Martin, the jumping moose grota, has jumped in. We have half the grid here today, folks. Half the grid. Still no sign of Icon. What has happened to Icon? Massam really pushing now. Rob is into the barrier slightly. He's getting out of the way of Massam, I think. Rob Goblin pulling a small bit of a toll. Heating up the tyres now. Jaggy Marathon coming out. Ashbill trying desperately to improve. Lucy Wu does go fastest again though with a 34.2. An epically fast time. It is a reverse grid weekend as well, folks. Don't forget, it is a reverse grid weekend. How is Jumping Moose getting on? Is on an out lap at the moment with Rob Goblin coming up behind him. Ooh, it's a bit of lag there. I'm not sure what happened there. Jumping Moose though, desperately trying. He has not won a championship race at all this season yet. And Andy has managed to join in as well. We have a little over half of the championship here. Jumping Moose now will be looking to start setting fast lap times. Jumping Moose now starts a fast one. Jumping Moose really on a fast one. Rolls it out to the left, rolls it out to the right, back into the left. Ooh, did he cut the bar? I think he might have cut it there. Maybe he didn't. Jumping Moose looking very quick. How will he be in sector 2? Didn't really tell me when he crossed into sector 2, but there's 13 people here ready and waiting to watch for the start of this race, which is going to be in 5 minutes time. Start of this race is in 5 minutes. Jumping Moose now goes third fastest. And Andy is out looking to scorch up the tyres and the tarmac a little bit. Everybody, please vacate the pit lane unless you are actually doing something. Please, everyone, vacate the pit lane. You cannot stay in the pit lane for the start of this race. You must be out on track, Lucy Woo. Out on track, please. Oh, Super Pow gets into a real slide there. We got to watch a little bit of a drift happen there. Jaggy Marathon now. Who's following behind Jaggy Marathon is the question. It is Lucy Woo. Massam coming in for the tyres. Rob Goblin on an outlap at the moment. Andy looking to set a fast time as well. Super Pow desperately trying to keep up with Lucy Woo. Oh, Andy's gone round. And Andy starts a push lap. Rob Goblin just coming out of the pits. Gotta love that livery of the Ragnaroks, really showing the love for the channel. Austria and Norway and the Irish flag on the car. You gotta love it, folks. You gotta love it. You got to love the livery of the Ragnaroks. Oh, he gets a little bit out of control, but he manages to hold onto the drift really nicely. Andy now starting to push. Andy really pushing now. Rob Goblin now starts a push lap. Ashville comes into the pits. And he's a little bit slower. How's Rob Goblin going? Is Rob improving? How's he through sector 1? He's slow. How's Andy? Oh, Andy gets a little bit out of shape. Rob Goblin is into the pits. And the start of this race is now, folks. Everybody, please be out on track. And he goes really fast. Everybody, please get out onto the track or you will lose your position. Please, everybody, be on track. This race is starting now. Andy is on pole, along with Massam, Ashpill, and I can see Super Pow Jaggy and Lucy Woo. It is a reverse grid weekend, folks. I'm not sure. Where's Rob Goblin? Oh, he's there behind Ashpill. It's 5 lights on, and away they go! And Andy gets off the line really well. And off the line, so does Massam. Here he goes. Andy really holding on though, jumping moves up on the inside line. Massam now on the inside line as well, along with Andy alongside their wheel to wheel. Coming up into the first corner and Andy comes out on top. Andy now. Oh no, are you fucking serious, dude? Did you crash? The game crashed? Man, that seems to happen to at least one driver every single weekend. One driver every single weekend. It was Icon last week. It was Super Power the week before that. Man, it's so fucking annoying how they haven't gotten their shit together after this while. Ashpill's up into second! I'm really sorry, Rob. You'll be awarded 10 points at the end of the race. It's the regulation for that kind of a thing. Andy Ashpill now looking to make a move on Andy, and Andy closes the door right on him. Ashpill now goes a little wide. Will Super Pow get back ahead of him? No, he doesn't, but Ashpill now will be right in the slipstream of Andy. Go on, Andy, says, come on, shut your gob. Super Pow right in the slipstream of Ashpill. And Ashpill in the slipstream of Andy. Andy really holding off on Ashpill. Ashpill moves to the inside line and goes into first. Andy now on the outside line with Ashpill on the inside. Oh, and Andy gets a really good exit out of that corner. Ashpill. Ashpill really now is in the lead, and Andy is following behind with Super Pow not too far behind either. No damage. Oh, Andy has a little bit of damage. Oh, there's a collision. Ashpill gets roped up. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's Super Pow now really on the tail. Super Pow really close to Jaggy Marathon and Ashpill. Andy now back in the lead of this race, has a 5/10 of a second time penalty, but Ashpill is in the slipstream as Super Pow moves to the outside line and is in the slipstream of Andy. Back into the slipstream now of Super Pow. Super Pow in the lead for the time being, and Jaggy Marathon up in third, and Ashpill on the outside line. Oh, and Jaggy Marathon goes through and Ashpill's into the barriers. Super Pow retakes the lead of this race with Jaggy Marathon running in second, Lucy Woo down in third, Jumping Moose down in fourth, Andy down in fifth, Massive in sixth, and Ashpill is into the barriers. I don't know what happened there. Huge shunt. Jaggy Marathon into the lead of this race. Massam has no damage. I'm not sure what happened there. Andy into the pits now as well. But Jaggy Marathon is in the lead of this race, with Super Pow following behind with Lucy Woo, who's going to make a move on Super Pow. Super Pow and Lucy Woo really slugging it out now, with Jaggy Marathon starting to pull away. Massam Really starting to push now, running in 4th place. Jumping Moose down to 5th. Am I lagging? Yeah, just a little bit, dude. Not too bad, though. Shaggy Marathon, though, still in the lead of this race with Super Pow and Lucy Woo really starting to slug it out now. Shaggy Marathon really got a good exit there. Massam now, not too far behind Jumping Moose, down in 5th. Jumping Moose has rear and engine failure. I'm not sure what's going on with Moose. You're not lagging for us, dude, anyway. And he now is in 6th, Ashpill, down in 7th. Super Pow is up into 2nd, with Lucy Woo now taking 2nd place. Super Pow back into 2nd. Lucy Woo battling with Super Pow. Oh, has Shaggy Marathon gone off? He has! Lucy Woo now looking to make a move up on the inside of Super Pow, but doesn't go make the move. Shaggy Marathon now really holding on for what he can do with that damage that he has. Super Pow and Lucy Woo really getting close to each other now. Jumping Moose comes back out and rejoins. Shaggy Marathon still holding on to that lead, though, ever so slightly, with Super Pow and Lucy Woo battling it out. Lucy Woo goes into 2nd place. Lucy Woo goes wide and Super Pow retakes 2nd. Shaggy Marathon still in 1st place with Super Pow and Lucy Woo slugging out. Lucy Woo gets back into 2nd. Oh, and Super Pow on the inside line looking to make a move on Lucy Woo, but it doesn't pull off for him. Meanwhile, Massam's starting to catch up with the pack. Andy is starting to be coming under pressure a small bit from Asheville. Shaggy Marathon really under pressure now. Six tenths separate them. Lucy Woo really now in the slipstream of Shaggy Marathon, with Super Pow not too far behind either. Lucy Woo gone wide again, and Super Pow moves back up into 2nd, but it's a lot closer to Shaggy Marathon this time around. Shaggy Marathon is leading this race, and oh my god, this is supposed to be a nighttime race. I'm so stupid. Shaggy Marathon really holding on in 1st. Super Pow really battling. It gets back into 2nd from Lucy Woo, who went wide in the 1st corner, or the hairpin, the last hairpin. Shaggy Marathon desperately trying to hold on. Oh! Super Pow goes a little wide. Shaggy Marathon cuts the door. They're battling going into this corner here now. Lucy Woo gets a little bit out of control. Manages to hold on. Shaggy Marathon gets a good exit. But so does Super Pow. Super Pow on the inside. But Shaggy Marathon really puts it to him. Super Pow still in second. Lucy Woo while all the time catching up. And Lucy Woo right in the slipstream of Super Pow. Super Pow the slipstream and Shaggy Marathon. It's all going down into turn one. Super Pow moves to the outside line. Lucy Woo to the inside line. And Super Pow throws one down on the inside. And Lucy Woo goes quite wide and Shaggy Marathon moves down into second and Super Pow takes the lead of this race. Shaggy Marathon in letting this go, but he's off into the barriers. Shaggy Marathon gets a great exit and they come together. And Shaggy Marathon has engine failure. I'm not sure what happened there. Lucy Woo's engine failure. Shaggy Marathon has engine failure. Super Pow came out scot clean from that one. I'm not sure what happened there. Massam takes second. Third place he takes. And will take second place. Massam will take second place in this race. Super Pow comfortably now in first. Shaggy Marathon with engine failure. Lucy Woo into the pits. Shaggy Marathon into the pits. Massam really pushing. Holy crap. Massam really pushing. Shaggy and Lucy starting to repair the damage, refuel the cars. Shaggy Marathon out. And he goes up into third. Shaggy and Andy really battling it out now. Andy really desperately trying to hold on to that podium position. Shaggy Marathon gets into a little bit of a slide but holds on nicely. 2 Ferrari 458s, 1 of Ragnarok and 1 of Sarouche. Who will come out the better of the two coming into the hairpin? Shaggy Marathon throws one down the inside, but Andy comes right back at him. They go wheel to wheel, and Shaggy moves up into third. Andy on the inside though will move back into third, will he? Wheel to wheel. Look at them steaming down the back straight, the pit lane straight. And Andy moves into third. Breaks a little bit later than Jaggy, and Jaggy swoops back in to take third. Jumping Moose is now ahead of Lucy Woo. Ashpill is a little bit far back. I'm not sure what's going on with Ashpill. Ashpill must be down in a different mode setting. Super Pow comfortably in first. But look at behind him. Here comes Massam. Massam got a really good exit there, actually. And Massam is only 2.9 seconds off of Super Pow. Jackie Marathon under pressure from Andy. Oh, Andy gets a little bit all over the place. And Jumping Moose can see Jaggy and Andy battling. Ashpill now trying to get into the slipstream of somebody. Lucy Woo is now pushing to try and get back up. Super Pow comfortably in first at the moment. Massam though, really close behind. The pace out of that Sylvia is crazy. .8 seconds off of Super Pow, so Massam is. Massam really starting to catch Super Pow, folks. This is going to be interesting. Massam now 2.6 seconds off of Super Pow. I can't tell if Super Pow is struggling or if he's legitimately down in the modes. I really am struggling to tell. Super Pow, I can't tell if he's struggling or not. I don't think he is. He looks to be in control, but it's hard to know. Massam gets a great exit. Massam 2.1 seconds off of 1.9 seconds off of Super Pow. How about that for a turn up for the books, folks? Massam is fighting for the championship round win. The round win. 2 seconds separate them. What'll be at the end of this straight, though? Super Pow now starting to turn up the heat a little bit by the looks of it. Super Pow definitely was down in the modes because he's turned up the heat big time. But it's not turned up that much because Massam is still in that window and is gaining. Stumpy for Rob. Hello, Stumpy. You delete your message, I can still see it. Massam really now. I can't tell if Super Pow's turned up the heat or Massam has slowed it down. Oh, Massam needs to get fuel. Jackie Marathon is now running in third, but Jumping Moose is really starting to catch. That's okay, Stumpy. Lucy Woo has a 5/10 of a second time penalty. Andy gets a little bit out of shape. Jaggy's into the pits. It's Kyoto. I didn't even know you were here, Kyoto. Lucy Woo has a 5/10 of a second time penalty. Andy got a little bit out of shape. And Ashpill will move up into 6th. Jumping Moose running in 3rd at the moment. Ashpill now managed to move up into 6th. And Andy has a lot of damage. Lucy Woo has damage and a penalty. Oh, Lucy Woo gets a little bit of a slide. Super Pow stays out. And Lucy Woo will be forced to slow down. Not for too long though. Massam in the pits, getting new tires on, refueling, and getting that front wing fixed. Lucy Woo now moves up into 3rd. And he's into the pits. And Massam is released and he's in 4th. And Jumping Moose is up into 2nd. Ashpill is in the pits now as well. Jaggy Marathon goes back out ahead of Ashpill and Andy. Jaggy Marathon really pushing now. Massam. Massam's starting to really turn up the heat in the last couple of races. Really impressive stuff from Massam. How close are we here? Andy and Ashpill are pretty close together, and Jaggy Marathon is not too far up the road from Ashpill. Ashpill has crossed over the pit lane exit and has been awarded a 3-second time penalty. Jumping Moose in 2nd, and Lucy Woo really starting to catch Jumping Moose, who's going to have to dive into the pits anyway. Ashbill forced to slow down. And here comes Andy. Oh, and Andy's nearly gone round. And he has gone round. Ashbill maintains 6th. Andy did really well to hold on to that and not put it in the barriers. Jaggy Marathon now really trying to catch up to the pack. Super Pow definitely going to have to pit. Jumping Moose is into the pits now. I think Super Pow might have gotten this strategy wrong. The pit lane is 40 seconds. It's a 40-second pit lane. Jaggy Marathon running in 5th, about to be overlapped by Super Pow. Jaggy Marathon's going to be under pressure from Ashbill very soon. Andy can't control the car into that corner. And Super Pow is into the pits. Lucy Woo's going to be forced to slow down with a 1 second time penalty. And Super Pow is in to refuel. And he is changing tyres. And he will refuel. And Lucy Woo looks like he's going to move into the lead of this race. And Super Pow is released right into the same path as Lucy Woo. And Super Pow is now under pressure again from Lucy Woo. Massam running in 3rd. Jumping Moose running in 5th. Andy in 5th. Ashbill in 6th. Or Jaggy Marathon in 6th. And Ashbill in 7th. Right behind Jaggy. Jaggy now come back to life. As Ashbill starts to hunt him. Oh, that sounded like somebody had crashed for a minute. Maybe I was wrong. Jaggy Marathon has engine failure. And will have to dive into the pits, and Ashbill will inherit. Oh, Ashbill has damage as well. Ashbill has big damage, and so does Jaggy. Andy running in 5th. Oh, Super Pow under pressure from Lucy Woo. Super Pow under pressure from Lucy Woo. The pace out of that Corvette is crazy. Lucy Woo gets a poor exit. Shaggy Marathon in 6th. Oh, and Super Pow now going to be under pressure at the end of this straight. Massam running comfortably in 3rd place. Shaggy Marathon has stopped on track. Oh, it looked like he had stopped on track. I'm not sure what had happened there. Ashpill, though, gets a penalty for some sort of reason. I'm not sure why, but he moves up into 6th. Andy in 5th. Jumping Moose in 4th. And Massam, the most, has to be said, probably the most impressive driver today. Lucy Woo is going to have to pit for fuel. But Super Pow comfortably in 1st place of this race. Lucy Woo gonna have to pit for fuel. Jumping Moose in 4th. And Massam might actually retake the lead of, might retake 2nd place in this race. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, please vote for driver of the day. It is now available in the chat. Lucy Woo, SNP Bunny, how are you doing? Super Pow comfortably in 1st place. Lucy Woo's going to have to pit. Massam stays out. Oh, smoke puffing out of the back of his car. I'm not sure what happened there. Good, I'm glad you're good, dude. Jumping Moose is now about to overtake Shaggy Marathon for a 2nd time in this race. Shaggy Marathon is 13 seconds behind Ashpill. Lucy Woo still in the pits, getting his front wing repaired, and is released. And Jumping Moose is in 3rd with Massam running in 2nd. I'm glad you're good, S&T Bunny. And Super Pow comfortably in first place with 24 seconds gap. Jumping Moose, though, is closing in on Massam. Ashpill really trying to get that car to turn around that corner. Massam, though, by 4.4 seconds is in second place. We had no Icon today. I'm not sure what happened to Icon, but Super Pow comfortably in first. But Massam starting to come under pressure from Jumping Moose. It is now 3 seconds the gap. Massam has been given a 1.5 second time penalty. I'm not sure for what. Jackie Marathon in 7th. Been waved blue flags. Jumping Moose, though, is gaining on him. And Jumping Moose moves up into second in this race, but Massam fights him. Oh, there's collision. A little bit of bashing going on. Massam ends up nearly into the ditch. And Massam gets a 2 second time penalty. Oh, Jackie's off and into the barriers. And Jumping Moose takes second place. And is now forced to slow down. Massam is. Lucy Wu, all of a sudden, is back in the battle for a podium position. Massam really starting to struggle. He's got some sort of tire issue. 16 people in the chat, boys. How are you all doing? And Lucy Wu can pick up on that. And he's starting to hunt Massam down. 5/10. Massam holding on for dear life. Oh, and Lucy Wu bashes his way past. No damage caused, luckily. Massam will be in the slipstream, though, of Lucy Wu. And you can see how much he's gaining. Massam is gaining. He's going to throw it up the inside on Lucy Wu, and he does go into third, but he goes kind of wide. Massam falls back behind Lucy Wu, but will have a nice exit and will be in the slipstream again of Lucy Wu. The final lap of this race. Massam really wanting that first podium position of his season so far, and it's getting really close. 2 tenths separate Lucy Wu from Massam getting his podium position, his first one of the season. And Massam not letting it past. Massam gets a really good exit though. Be right in the slipstream of Lucy Wu. And for the 5th time this season, Super Pow will win in the Super Championship and move further ahead in the championship. And Super Pow wins round number 10, the final race before the summer break. Congratulations, Super Pow and his teammate Jumping Moose will come home in second. Lucy Wu, by the looks of it, is gonna take third place. Massam won't be able to catch back up. And he will finish in 5th. What an epic race that was. Unlucky for Rob Goblin. I would have been interested to see how Rob would have got on in that race. But Super Pow made up 5 positions in that race. Unlucky for Massam. Nearly had his first podium of the season. What an epic race it was for him. 1-2 for the Devil Racing team. Maybe now they can start to catch the Bex Bulls. But anyway, folks, that is all I literally have time for. I don't have time to save the replay. Good man. I would have forgotten about that. Right, boys, that is all I have time for. I'm going to do the national anthem really quick. Super Pow, can you please get out on track? Like, right now. I don't have time to waste, dude, because I have to go and collect my fiance from work. So, get on track ASAP. Thank you. Okay, boys, please everybody be respectful of the Spanish national anthem. Well done, Super Pow. Epic race today. Well done. Well-deserved points. And it's a 1-2 for Devil Racing Team. And boys, that is all I have time for. Boys, thank you so much for tuning in for the final race of this side of the season. We will be back in about 3 weeks' time for round number 11, the SRT Tomahawk race at the special stage Route X. That was a really fun race last season. And congratulations, Massam. You have won Driver of the Day. Well done, Massam. Well done. And without further ado, folks, that is all I have time for. Go to Mina Magad, August, Slana Valia.